Far out in the dry northern Cape of South Africa, there's a town called Orania. A town unlike any other. It's a place where time seems to have stood still, a self-proclaimed haven for Afrikaner culture and language. But beneath its picturesque surface lies a story that stirs deep questions about modern civilization, history, and the lessons we choose to ignore. Today we'll explore Orania's origins, its ideology, and how it stands as a stark contrast to the vision of unity and freedom championed by Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison fighting for equality in apartheid South Africa. Is Orania a nostalgic retreat or a microcosm of division? Let's find out. Geographically, Orania is nestled along the banks of the mighty Orange River, one of Africa's longest waterways. This river is not just a lifeline for the town but also a striking feature of its landscape. Surrounded by the arid Karoo region, known as the Land of Thirst, Orania offers breathtaking sunsets that paint the sky in hues of orange and red. At night, the unpolluted skies transform into a celestial canvas, making it a paradise for astronomy enthusiasts. But life in this semi-desert region is far from easy. To understand why Orania is so controversial, we must revisit South Africa's painful history. For over 4 decades, apartheid enforced racial segregation and oppression, stripping native black South Africans of their rights and dignity. Nelson Mandela emerged as a beacon of hope during this dark period. Mandela spent 27 years behind bars, 27 years fighting for a vision of South Africa, where all races could live together in harmony. Nelson Mandela once said, "I have walked that long road to freedom. I have discovered that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb." His release in 1990 marked the beginning of a new era, one that sought to heal the wounds of the past through reconciliation and unity. In 1991, just as apartheid was ended, a group of Afrikaners, worried about their future in a new South Africa, looked for a safe place. They bought a piece of empty land, hoping to create a place where their language, culture, and way of life would be protected. But this dream had a downside. Orania's founders wanted to go back to a time before integration, creating a community where native black South Africans weren't allowed to live. This caused a lot of arguments right away, making Orania the opposite of Nelson Mandela's dream of a rainbow nation. Orania has embraced advanced irrigation techniques inspired by Israeli pioneers, methods designed to make every drop count. The Israeli drip irrigation system used here is nothing short of revolutionary. By delivering water directly to the roots of plants in precise amounts, this method minimizes waste while maximizing crop yields. Orania's self-reliance comes at a cost. Without cheap labor, living here is more expensive than in other parts of South Africa. Yet its residents remain steadfast in their belief that hard work and cultural preservation are worth the price. But here's the question, does this model represent an admirable pursuit of independence, or does it echo an outdated worldview that isolates rather than unites? Iranians use their own local currency called the Ora. The Ora was first issued in April 2004. It is pegged at a 1-to-1 exchange rate with the South African rand. The Ora is not legal tender outside Orania and can only be used within the town. Ora notes come in denominations of 10, 20, 50, 100 and 200. The Ora is technically a coupon system with a 3-year expiration period. It's a currency racing against time, much like Orania itself. In a rapidly changing world, how long can this isolated experiment in cultural preservation last? While many South Africans celebrated democracy and Mandela's message of peace, Orania's people wanted to stay separate. They said they weren't trying to be better than anyone else, just that they wanted to protect their culture. They said they just wanted to live and make their own rules without what they saw as unfair treatment against them, but many people didn't believe them. They saw Orania's whites-only rule as a clear attempt to keep segregation alive, a reminder of the unfairness of the past. The town became a big topic of debate, making South Africa face challenges on its journey toward unity. Orania reminds us that the hurts of the past are still there. It shows how hard it is to bring people together and how complicated identity is in a country dealing with its history. Is Orania a dangerous longing for segregation, or is it just a group of people trying to keep their heritage alive? Can you really separate culture from keeping people out? These are tough questions. Orania's story shows us that building a fair society takes more than just changing laws. It means dealing with the deep-seated attitudes and beliefs that divide us. As South Africa and the world deals with issues of identity, belonging, and the effects of injustice, Orania reminds us to learn from history and work towards a future where such big divides are a thing of the past. Do you think this could happen in Europe, America, Russia, or China? With the evolution of the world, some would say that this could happen. Others would argue that it should not be allowed to happen for non-natives who are not following the natives and their local customs, laws, and principles. What do you guys reckon? Should Orania be allowed to exist, or will it dwindle with time as everything surely evolves sooner or later? We look forward to hearing your feedback in the comments section. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more and better content.